Well, good evening, everyone. Once again, as I did last night, I'll take a few minutes here between our afternoon prayers, the mincha service, and the evening service, which is Mariv, and talk a little bit about the prayer service itself in the Jewish religion. Before I do, and it's interesting, last night when I tried this, I kind of did it on a lark. I had a few minutes between mincha and Mariv, and I thought, well, maybe I should say something. Maybe it would be nice. Maybe people want to hear. And there were some positive comments, so I'm doing it again, and I'd like to try to make a regular thing of it. In any case, I wanted to let you know that when I started last night, I kind of jumped into things, right into the content, and I forgot. I really should give a quick shout out of gratitude to one of the people who really helped me understand the prayer service. I'm not a rabbi, but I've been observant. I've been doing the prayers for about 20 years now. But I couldn't have really understood what I was doing. I couldn't really have thought about what it is that all this means without the help of a particular rabbi, a guy named Rabbi Yehuda Appel, who is with Eshet Torah here in Cleveland. And I really have to express hakaras hatov, gratitude to Rabbi Appel. Thank you very much for helping me. I also advocate anybody else who's interested in really learning about the prayer service. Find yourself a mentor. Find someone who will talk you through it on a regular basis. Take a few sessions, kind of like we're doing now. And I'm happy to help anyone with questions, and I'll do the best I can. Really find somebody who knows this stuff, and they will help you understand and learn what the prayer service really means. So to recap a little bit from last night, sorry we lost our signal there momentarily, we were talking about the structure of the prayer service. And as I pointed out, there are three different prayer services every day. Mariv is the evening service. It's really the beginning of the day. Then there is Shachris in the morning and Mincha in the afternoon. And each one of those has a series of 19 blessings called the Shemona Esrei, which means 18, or Amida, which means standing, because they're recited standing. So each of these is divided up into three chunks. The first chunk of three blessings, really, of three prayers, is talking about the greatness of God and about praising God and about His love for us. The second section, which is much longer, is an opportunity for us to ask God for whatever we need. There's specific things that we ask for, and we'll go through those and talk about them. But we're actually asking God and saying, this is the things we need, please help us. And then finally, thanking God and speaking about hope for the future and for peace. Again, the three prayer services are different in the things that surround the Shemona Esrei. And in the morning, there's quite a bit that surrounds that. We will talk about that eventually, God willing. The afternoon prayer doesn't have quite as much around it, but then the evening prayers, again, has a little bit more. But let's jump into and talk about a little bit about the first section, the prayers of praise, acknowledging God's greatness. And it's really to set us in the right mindset. When we go to ask our supplications in the second section of the Shemona Esrei, when we go to ask for things, you wouldn't go to your father, you wouldn't go to the king, all the more so, and say, just give me whatever it is I need, and without saying something complimentary, without ingratiating yourself a little bit in a positive way, just dedicating yourself, showing your love for that king and for that parent. You don't go to mom and say, give me $5, Mom, without, expressing how grateful you are to Mom for her being there and how much you care about her. So that's kind of the theme of the first three blessings. The first one is called Avos. Avos is the Hebrew word for fathers. And we talk about in this prayer, we invoke the names of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All Jews, we believe, are descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're all part of that. I mean, the only ones we have left now that we know of are the tribe of Yehuda and the tribe of Levi. And those are the ones that were left after the expulsion from the land of Israel way back when, in the times of the exile. And But we are all descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're all children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, God made promises. Not just promises, covenants. Now, the difference between a contract and a covenant is that a covenant is considered to be irrevocable. It's something that is permanent and lasts throughout all time. And God promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that he would take care of the Jewish people. He would take care of their descendants. He would provide for them no matter what they went through. And we respectfully remind God who we are. We tell him that we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that this promise is something that we're invoking now, saying, please help us. We acknowledge that you're the man in charge. And in case you don't recognize us, that's really kind of the gist of it. This is who we are. We are the remnant. We are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And even though we have maybe strayed from the path or strayed from the ideal, and we don't live up to the names of those great forefathers of ours, this is who we are. Furthermore, in this prayer, it talks about how God is the Koneh HaKol, the owner of all. Everything belongs to God. Everything is a part of God. And everything comes from him. And we acknowledge that as well in that first blessing. And that's kind of the theme of that first blessing, reminding God that we are his possession. We are the descendants of he who he promised to take care of way back when. Even if you don't recognize us, we're his children. We're his descendants from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's kind of the theme of that first blessing. So we're going to leave it there for this evening. We will be talking about the subsequent blessings in subsequent talks, I hope. And may God preserve each and every one of us and keep us safe from harm and give us strength in these difficult times. And we'll see you all again soon.